Hello guys and welcome to GGMU stand Manchester United fans channel, and today we are going to talk about the last game we drew with Southampton. I'm still pissed with the game because we looked like we could have won the game still again in the first half. And what happened immediately after first half, no one can explain. It's so annoying having led in the first half and you're thinking your team is going to come back and build on the one goal and make it 2 or 3. The opponent comes back, scores, and then the game ends like that. I'm so much pissed because even we never looked like we wanted to win the game. We were playing slowly, half passes, don't know where to be without the ball. Even the midfield players were all over the place. You can't even explain. Okay, today we are going to talk about the lazy players, especially in the second half. I think Rafragnik said that they will be playing counter-pressing football, but I don't see counter-pressing football at Man United. There's none. I'm going to give an example. There an example of a player who everyone knows. If you watch other matches, you'll see somebody like Matty Cash from Aston Villa. The guy really works, runs. He's in the other half, he's back again, and he never gets tired. Whether it's the first minute, in the second half, in the last minute, he is always there, running up and down. Another one is a West Ham player. He's called, I think, Sofal. Yeah, the name. He's a right back. They really press high. They come back and defend still. They have a lot of pace. And that's what we are lacking in Manchester United. You could see even the second half, somebody like Rashford is just walking. He's just walking on the pitch. He doesn't care whether the opponent scores. And yet, when a chance comes to him, instead of scoring, in fact, I said this season, Rashford is quite selfish. Although he gave the assist for the first goal to Sancho, but you could see it was like he was being praised to give the assist, because he could have decided even to shoot himself, but he saw the blame is going to be on him. Okay, I'm also going to talk about Ronaldo and Maguire. They have been the center of criticism in the last 2 games, especially in the Burnley game and the Southampton. And it is true, because if you remember Ronaldo in the first half, there was a pass he was given clean through with the goalkeeper. He dribbled past the goalkeeper and he can't shoot the ball to the net. What the fuck is wrong with that guy? You can't shoot a football. What the weight of a football? In fact, let me check for you right now. A football match weight. And you can tell me that somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo, who has scored very long late goals, cannot hit the ball so that it goes to the net, because he just slides the ball. He knows those defenders have a lot of pace. I even can explain, because how comes we can lead a game, 2 games in fact, we lead, they come back, it is like that. And in fact, the weight of a football match, a ball is 460 grams. Can you imagine just hitting the ball to the net? You can't do that. Okay, away from that, we will also talk about how we are going to beat Brighton on Tuesday. And the top 4 hope is still on. And we are going to begin with the lazy players in the second half. First of all, we should not have Harry Maguire in our team. He is in the class of the likes of League 2 sides. And no offense to those teams, but his standards, he is below even the championship, because the guy, he can't even defend. And the only player I see we wasted our money on in Manchester United ever, leave even the other players, at least you could see there was something they were trying to do. But somebody like Harry Maguire, you even think with all that height he has, he can control the defense and command in front of the goalkeeper. Instead, he lands to the left back, he's into the right back, and he can't defend. You could see what happened to him when Che Adams scored the goal. And I'm so annoyed with him because he is the captain, he does nothing. If you can remember Manchester United former players, when you are the captain, anything happens on the pitch, you are there. You are there commanding even the referee, because you are playing for the badge. The team you are playing for is more than what you can even think of. Because after all, Manchester United is a big team and we are the best team. But he doesn't seem to know where his head lies. First of all, he made a mistake of signing him, and 80 million quid lost to a player like Maguire. And something else I should say, and this is true for information, Ralf Rangnick is a coward, because how do you fear to bench a player who plays nothing? In fact, today I can say that you play Phil Jones, because Phil Jones, it's only that he doesn't have the match fitness or the experience of playing a lot of games, but he plays with all his heart. You can remember there is a ball he cleared with his head on the floor and it was in the box. But Harry Maguire can't do that. He can't do that. He's just there to get the salary, and the 80 million that we bought him comes with a bigger salary. And for a defender, you're just enjoying the money. You just play, waiting for the England call-up. You go there, you play with all your heart because it's your country. That is nonsense. The club that is paying you a lot of money, you can't play well for the club, and you don't even care. That's the problem. You don't even care. And for your information, I have picked players who I think the coming coach is going to stick with, because they are just world class and they have shown that. These others, let me tell you, somebody like Bruno Fernandes, he has become a problem for us, and I can tell you, leave alone the assists that he provides, like the way he brought the breakaway so that we scored the goal. Every other thing he's doing, you can watch his body language. He is not comfortable. It's like he doesn't want to play. I think because Pogba came back, and it is since Pogba came back, he is seeing that Pogba is doing a lot of good passing the way he used to do. Now it is Pogba who is doing. It is Pogba that is now taking his place in terms of passing, great passes, even going to the box to score goals, like the goal he scored at Burnley. But I wonder, you think now because they are a better player in the pitch than you, now you try to turn your head and say, now I want to leave the club. Just say you want to leave, and we are going to let you leave. And by the way, there has been a U-turn in the Pogba contract, and I think he may sign a new contract. And the issue with Cristiano Ronaldo, okay, I don't blame him. He's our best player, in fact, but I think he should be benched now because he's quite old. He can't kick a football match. I have told you the weight of a football match is 460 grams. It is not even up to a half kg, but he cannot kick it to the net. And you wonder what is going on with those people in their heads. Okay, continuing with Ronaldo, I think Cristiano, the ages has caught up with him, and now he needs some rest. And we are going to thank him for what he has done, and maybe on his endeavors, like he can go and become a coach or what. But as a player, and especially for Man United, I can't support him playing again. It doesn't matter where he took us to Champions League. Playing like that, you're not going to go anywhere past Atletico de Madrid. No, not even near. So, any illusion that Cristiano is going to save us from Atletico Madrid, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because Cristiano, even if you give the ball to him in the feet, he tries to turn. Every defender is marking him. They know he is old and he's not going to do any dribbling. So even if he tries a dribble, he has lost the ball. That's why we need a number 9, and we don't have one. There's no even plan. And by the way, I'm going to read you a quote from Paul Scholes. He was talking to BT Sport, and he said the sacking of Ole was coming, but where was the plan? It seems like there is no plan. Can you imagine our number 9, Cristiano, is at 7 years old? We also have Cavani, who is leaving in the summer. And you can think that when they sacked Ole, there was a plan. But there was no plan. It was just sort of bullshit. And continuing to not have a plan and bring a sporting director, Ralf Rangnick looks like he lacks experience in coaching the last 5 or 6 years. I feel sorry for the manager. He's clearly trying his best to set this team up against this type of team, and they are either not listening and can't do it, or they don't want to do it. And I can back him. They cannot do it and they don't want to do it, because excuse me, taking a player who has not played counter-pressing football all his career and bringing him to Manchester United, and you expect him to play counter-pressing, he's not going to adapt to that. Bruno Fernandes is not going to do that. Those players all have already shown that they already think that they are professionals and they are world class. Somebody like Rashford, he thinks now he's in the top of the world because of his name. I totally agree with what he's doing, helping the needy, but when it comes to football, you have to play the game. Whether you are the Prime Minister, whether you are the President, as long as you play for Manchester United, you have to do well. We don't give a shit who you are. You have to play well, even if you are the best in the world, but in our club you don't play. We consider you like shit. And when he was asked further, he said they are just a team of individuals. You can see there's no coherence in the players. Like when they are passing the ball, especially in the midfield, it's either a long ball to Cristiano so that he try to get in behind, and then he loses the ball because he doesn't have pace, or he goes outside with it, or a player goes in the wing, just brings in the cross, and no one is there to attack it. And you could see even the second half against Southampton, somebody like Luke Shaw is always bringing in crosses, and there's nobody there even to run. Ronaldo is tired, he can't even jump, and you're just putting crosses. How can he head the ball? How can he head the ball when he can't even run to get to the ball? And that's why I'm saying Ronaldo has done well, but he has to be benched. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe to this channel so that our community can grow, and we have more fans where we are going to be discussing about our club. And if you have any thought or question, be sure to put it in the comment section, and we'll look at it later. Okay, the top 4 hope is still on, because as of today, Tottenham have lost point at their own stadium. They were beaten by Wolves 2-0. Also West Ham, they have drawn with Leicester City, and now we are at number 5 with 40 points. West Ham is ahead of us with 1 point, and we have a 1 game in hand, and that is on Tuesday. So that's I've told you we are going to beat Brighton. Come rain, come shine. because we cannot draw these games. We were beaten by Wolves. We come to Brentford, we beat them 3-1. Then again, there's draws. Draws from the game of Aston Villa. Drew. At least we won the 1-0 against West Ham. The one that Rashford scored in the last minute. But that game we were like, everybody knows that. And that's what Rangnick was thinking even yesterday against Southampton, that we could come back in the second half. In the last minute, we score a goal. That's what's a lie. The only team that is behind us now with now they are going to, by Tuesdays they are going to be 3 games in hand, is Arsenal. But we can't worry too much about them, because even if they have 3 games in hand, if they have not played, there's no problem. We are still going to be number 4 on Tuesday if we win, and we are going to win. And there's no anywhere in this forum or in this channel where I will say I want us to lose. No, because a real fan will always want their team to win, because we support the club, not the player. I don't support the likes of Bruno. In 5 years time they will not be there, the coach again. But Manchester United will still be there. Even 100 years from now, it is still going to be there. So as a fan, you will always be happy when your team is winning. And I think we are going to finish in the top 4. And this is if we bench those lazy players. Somebody like Rashford, just bench him. Don't show him like now Greenwood is out, Lingard cannot start Elanga cannot start the game. Bench them so that they can learn. See, you never played the way I told you, because Poskos is saying that it is either they cannot do it or they don't want to do it. If a player doesn't want to do it, bench him. Stop being a coward, Rangnick. Stop being a coward. I see some other coaches, if you make a mistake, even our former coach who won us the last trophy, if you make a mistake, even if it is in the first half, he is going to remove you from the game. He is going to sub you. It doesn't matter where it is, in the second half, the first half or the second half. And that's why I'm saying Rangnick, to be very clear, he is a coward. Because how do you fear benching a player who even knew when you're sitting there on the dugout, you can see that he is doing nothing? So the best thing is that he should bench those players. Those I've highlighted. Somebody even like McTominay is not in our class. McTominay should be in a team like those one in Netherlands, in the second league in Netherlands. I think it is called Eredivisie Divisie. We should have a proper number 6 there with Pogba. Pogba is a very good passer with the ball. And having a number 6 who is going to do all the dirty work, box to box, number 6, he's going to be so adventurous. And you can see even a number 8 scoring a hat-trick. He can't do that. But now, McTominay runs a bit in the first half, the second half, he's nowhere to be seen. And I'm annoyed that we don't sign players, yet we need them. And I don't think Rangnick can succeed here. He's just going to make us finish top 4, but he won't succeed because his game plan is out of the blue. Because these players, they have always known, you hit a long ball. In fact, we are being called the long ball FC. You hit a long ball, you run, then you try to score. If you don't, then you come back, you park the bus, you just look at the ball, let the opponent play. But here Rangnick is trying to do counter-pressing, and that's why it works in the first half. In the second half, they are tired, they are not used to that. And even one player, I'm not going to name him, he said that his training methods are old school. That's a shit player, because if you think they are old school, why don't you play the new school and then win the game for the coach, and then you tell him, this is what I did, and we won the game. Okay, guy, with the top 4 hope still on, let's look forward to the Southampton game, and I hope we win the game because we need the 3 points than any other. A team like Wolves are coming up, and they are coming. You can see some they have beaten now Tottenham. Now they are at number 7. They're at 7 points, and we are at 40. That's a difference of 3 points. So we should be very careful with the teams that are behind us. But if we play well, Brighton is a very tough team. But if we play well, we be clinical, we are going to win. Guys, remember to subscribe and like the video so that YouTube is going to share the video to more Manchester United fans, and see you on the next one.